Look at the Earth from space at night, and human presence is unmistakable. We huddle together. We form massive, glowing clusters, thin, illuminated lines, and we leave vast patches of the planet completely dark. In geography, this is a human settlement, or Manav Basti. It requires exactly two things to exist: a physical grouping of people and the commanding of a specific territory to act as an economic support base. The exact way we group together, how tightly we pack our homes or how far apart we build them, changes based on the physical land we stand on and the social forces operating around us. To understand human geography, we have to look at the rules governing our survival. Those rules begin with the foundation of human society, the rural village. Rural settlements, or Gramin Bastian, are defined by their direct economic dependence on the land. People here pull their survival straight from the earth through primary activities like agriculture and mining. Physical geography is the first force shaping these settlements. In arid regions like Rajasthan, where water is scarce, populations huddle tightly around a single well or oasis. This environment demands cooperation, creating what geographers call a clustered settlement, or Guchit Bastion. Mountainous terrains like the Himalayas or Meghalaya tell a different story. Here, the land is heavily fragmented. There is rarely enough flat ground to build a dense village, so houses are built far apart in dispersed settlements, or Parikshipt Bastion. Security provides a second force. In regions historically threatened by wild animals or theft, like Bundelkhand or Nagaland, communities chose to pack their homes tightly together to mount a collective defense. In the rural world, the physical environment and the need for protection dictate the distance between neighbors. Cultural and social divisions, specifically caste and religion, act as a separate internal force that alters the map. Social hierarchies cause a village to physically splinter. Often, the dominant community secures the central hub of the land, while marginalized groups are pushed to the outer edges, forming their own separate clusters. These resulting layouts are known as semi-clustered, ard-guchit, or hamleted settlements. Social boundaries eventually manifest as permanent physical boundaries on the geographic map. A settlement eventually breaks its direct dependence on the soil and transitions into an urban settlement, or Nagariya Basti. It survives instead on secondary and tertiary activities, like manufacturing and services. Indian towns evolved in stages. The earliest ancient cities were founded almost entirely as religious and cultural hubs. Medieval cities grew around forts and kingdoms, serving as defensive headquarters and centers of royal administration. Modern cities emerged later. The British established port towns along the coasts designed for global trade and mass resource extraction. Today, modern cities are categorized by functional classification. This means a city is defined by its primary job, such as acting as a transport hub, connecting rail lines and highways. Others serve specific niches: administrative capitals like Bhopal, heavy commercial centers, mining towns, or educational hubs like Kota. Urban settlements scale based on the specific economic functions they perform for the broader society. These differences in size and layout might suggest the resource-driven village and the service-driven city are isolated worlds. In reality, they are two halves of the same engine. Cities would collapse without the extraction of food and raw materials provided by the village. The rural village would stagnate without the manufactured goods, modern medicine, and technology flowing back. Transportation and communication networks act as the physical links that make this mutual survival possible. Every clustered Guchit village and administrative megacity is part of a massive blueprint, designed over thousands of years by physical geography, social hierarchy, and economic function.